Hello, dear friends. This issue has more questions than answers, but the questioning leads to the solution. Opinion piece. The meaning of life. Why are we here? What is the reason for living? What is the purpose of life? What is the nature of reality? A reason to get up in the morning. Let's start. The questioning of the meaning of life is a profound philosophical question that has been the subject of debate and reflection throughout history. Spiritual traditions suggest that the meaning of life is to be found in relationship with the divine or in union with the absolute. It would be the attainment of ultimate reality, a feeling of oneness or a sense of the sacred. Some people find themselves in the pursuit of happiness, while others may find meaning in connection with others, in achieving personal goals, or in contributing to something larger than themselves, such as family, community, or a meaningful cause. Logotherapy proposes that the will to meaning is the primary motivation of a human being through self-transcendence. For followers of monistic Advaita doctrine, moksha or liberation means absorption into cosmic consciousness. For Buddhism, the cause of suffering is extreme attachment to material and immaterial things. In Taoist cosmogony, it is stated that all beings must return to a primordial state called Tao, and thus become one with the universe. In Okinawan culture, Ikigai is conceived as a reason to get up in the morning, i.e., a reason to enjoy life. Ikigai is a Japanese concept that can be defined as the reason for living or the reason for being, that which makes life worth living. Everyone has an Ikigai. Finding it requires a deep and often prolonged inner search. This search is considered to be of great importance, as it is believed that the discovery of one's Ikigai brings meaning to life and in turn a source of satisfaction. Douglas Adams, writer of the novel The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, provides the number 42 as an answer to the meaning of life. In the story, it is posited that a supercomputer called the Deep Thinker was designed to find the ultimate answer to the question of the meaning of life, the universe, and everything else. After a long time of calculations, the answer given by the computer is simply the number 42. Douglas Adams came up with this answer as a way of pointing out the absurdity of searching for ultimate answers or deep meanings in a complex and incomprehensible universe. The number 42 became a famous meme in popular culture and is an example of the absurdist humor and satire that characterizes the book series. Critique of the system. In the film Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, the members of the British comedy group explore the theme of the meaning of life in a satirical way. One of the recurring messages in the film is the criticism of established institutions and social structures. Monty Python mock organized religion, traditional education, and bureaucracy, among other aspects of society, questioning their true purpose and value. In addition, the film stresses the importance of enjoying and making the most of life while you can, even in the most upset and challenging situations. It also addresses the idea that life is fleeting and death is unavoidable. So it is important to find joy and meaning in the present. Ultimately, the meaning of life in Monty Python's film can be understood as an invitation to question established norms, to find happiness in the little things, and to live an authentic and fulfilling life even in the midst of chaos and confusion. Search. According to Owen Waters, wandering through life searching the meaning can be a harrowing task. You begin life searching for meaning in your parents, then in your teachers and friends, until one day you are an adult, educated, and still clueless. You stand there, think that there must be a reason why you are here on this earth, because you are constantly haunted from the inside by the feeling that you know there is a reason, but you don't remember it. At some point in your life, you look up from the hypnotic climber of daily existence and search for meaning in that which is above the physical realm of existence. At that moment, when your attention is focused on whatever higher consciousness can bring, you become receptive to new ideas and information. When people ask how to find meaning in their lives, the first thing I do is to point them to the door to their own personal world of inner knowing. The door is within your heart and leads from the world of physical turmoil to the spiritual realm of inner peace and revelation. You just have to detach from the stress and turmoil of daily life to enter into your own heart consciousness, feel the love that patiently awaits you, and step through the doorway into higher consciousness. It is in that state of heightened awareness that you discover the unique meaning of your life. It is there that you find the peace of mind that has always eluded you. It is there that the light of inner wisdom unites with the love that flows freely throughout the universe. This union of love and light produces the enlightenment for which all sentient beings strive, and it all begins with unconditional love, acceptance of oneself and all as they are, followed by gratitude for life itself, and the experience that this life brings opens the door to the heart and the mind, and leads into the realms of self-discovery. Reset News. Raisa Rick reveals that the redemption of financial instruments has just begun. The launch of the Global Fund has just taken place in all parts of the world, marking the beginning of the registered asset redemption program. Tens of thousands of transactions around the world can now begin to be paid out, with the hope that this event will lead to the redemption in due course. Level 1 should start between now and 40th June, and Level 2 from 19th June. It is not known when Level 4 will arrive for the general public, but no one is saying anything due to their confidentiality agreement. According to Ron Giles, there is a gateway to the redemption process within the QFS. Those who go through the main gate will be redeemed without a problem. Those who think they are going to be special and can get in through a side or back door are mistaken. A new financial system will be put in place with branches called financial service centers that will perform normal banking services. The QFS will not deal with the old currencies. The financial service centers will be tasked to perform individual exchanges from fiat currencies to gold-backed currencies. The exchanged fiat currency will be assigned a gold certificate for use in the new financial system. Foreign exchange dealers and other institutions holding cash will go through reconciliation to change fiat currency into gold-backed coins. Not all cash replenishments will be successful in the reconciliation process. Illegally obtained funds will not be exchanged. The QFS will be aware of counterfeit money and will block its exchange. According to David Wilcock, we are witnessing an epic battle where the fate of nations is at stake and the truth can no longer be contained. This is the storm you have been waiting for, and the world will never be the same again. According to Poetok, we are in the end times of the last gasping shudder of a long overdue death rattle, and the credits begin to roll. We are in the best banks of the delivery system. We are on the cusp of transformative moments. The whole issue is whether morality and righteousness will prevail over degeneration and dissolution. Storm Rider reveals that there is a fight between black and white hats over the classification of extraterrestrial truths. Now, this is UFOs. Pentagon UFO whistleblower David Grush said the UFO reverse engineering project should be made public. Republican Tim Burchett from Tennessee told Newsweek in March that he believed we have recovered a craft at some point and possible beings. Crashed UFO recovered by the US military distorted space and time, leaving an investigator nauseated and disoriented when he entered and discovered it was much larger on the inside than the outside. The whistleblower's lawyer reveals. Economy. ECB raises rates to 22-year highs. The Federal Reserve leaves interest rates unchanged. New Zealand's economy enters recession. All shops are closed in San Francisco. The criminalization of shoplifting makes retailing impossible. California digests a tax loophole for the state's wealthiest. Greg Abbott enacts law making illegal voting a felony in Texas. Central banks are losing their war on food inflation, according to Michael Snyder. JP Morgan says the former First Lady of the Virgin Islands helped ending traffic women. Italy's public debt exceeds 2.8 trillion euros for the first time. MEPs call on Spain investigate Morocco's spying on the government. More than half of Spaniards think it is bad or very bad for elections to be held during the holiday period. Hungary agrees with Russia on the possibility of postponing gas payments. Americas. The Mexican peso rises to its best level against the dollar since 2016. The closure of personal bank accounts of Catholic priests in Nicaragua is denounced. Cuba, Venezuela and Nicaragua continue to be blacklisted for human trafficking. Chile signs an agreement with the European Union to develop green hydrogen. Brussels wants to conclude the agreement with Mercosur before the end of the year. A new polar wave brings snow, freezing rain, and extreme temperatures to the southern cone. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.